Hi everybody, it's Jillian here again. I just wanted to make a quick pumping video for everybody. I'm a mother to 6. I breastfed all of my children. The longest I went was a full year before my daughter Rebecca was off the bottle. And the least amount of time I was able to breastfeed was my son, and he was 4 months. And every time I stopped breastfeeding, it wasn't because I wanted to, it was because I had to. My body dried up and I wasn't able to give them what they needed. But with being so experienced now as a mother of 6, my oldest being 14 and my youngest being 4 months, I've come to learn that I kind of wish I was starting over with all the information I've gathered over the time, trying to give my children the best in their early years and thereafter. So, just a few quick tips that I wanted to share in this video. I feel like I'm going to do more videos about it because I feel like it's a lot of useful information that I have. And you can find this information online even, but my own personal experience, it's especially important when you breastfeed your children to drink water. You want to drink water as much as you can, because without the water you're not creating any kind of flow for the milk and for the baby and for yourself. Water is essential for breastfeeding. Try to limit the caffeine. I drink caffeine though, try to limit it. Try to limit alcohol intake of any kind as well. Wine here and there is okay, I'd say, but I wouldn't overdo anything. Try to keep yourself properly fed and up with your nutrition the best that you can. I mean, I don't go crazy over this, but I try to eat, sorry, I almost dropped my thing. I try to eat a little bit every 3 to 4 hours at least. Have a snack of some sort, keep yourself fed somehow, so that you're always sending vitamins to your body for yourself and your baby. Because if you didn't know, your baby actually takes all the vitamins first. The milk is created first, and then whatever's left over is for mom. So, and being a mom, you want to have the energy, you know, so you want to feed yourself and take care of yourself also. Not just your baby and your kids, but you want to take care of yourself, number one. So plenty of water, plenty of frequent snacking, frequent smaller meals would be better, I'd say, for most people. You want to be able to feed your baby at least every 2 hours. I'd say even more, especially when they're first born for the first few weeks. That's when your supply is being built, and that's when the milk starts to come. And it only gives you the amount of milk that your baby is taking. So you want to try to breastfeed as much as possible. If you have a problem with a baby latching on or any kind of issues like that, there's always lactation consultants at the hospital that are willing to assist, overly willing to assist. I've never needed the help, but they've always been right there to see if I did need help. So I've never had a bad experience with that. So make sure that you drink plenty of water, eat plenty of food, nurse as frequently as possible. And I'd say above all, besides water, my most essential thing that I've learned is to sleep well, get plenty of rest. I noticed on days where I didn't sleep well, or even being stressed, on days I was stressed, my milk wasn't coming out as much. I was able to pump, but I'd have maybe an ounce or two. When I'm relaxed, I sleep well, I'm hydrated, I can pump up to 4 to 6 ounces every 2 hours. Try to feed frequently when you're home with your baby, or when you're with your baby. Over pumping, just because there's something within the suction of the baby's mouth and all that God created it to happen that way, where you'll get more milk for your baby than if you were just solely to pump. I'm not saying that if you only pump you won't get milk, but you'll get more milk from the baby actually suckling and eating. So as a mom, what I do now with my son, my 4-month-old son, I work full time, so I actually I feed him at home as much as possible. Even if he's not hungry every 2 hours, even less, every hour or so, I'll give him the option to eat. And then if he doesn't eat, I pump. I pump after he eats. You don't have to, but I try to pump. First thing in the morning, I pump. First thing in the morning, before he even eats. If he's still sleeping, I pump. Or after he eats, if he's up, I pump. And then I try to pump at least 2 or 3 times a day. If I'm at work, I make sure I pump 2 to 3 hours. Every 2 to 3 hours. And I have a nice supply built up in my freezer. So if you're a breastfeeding mom, make sure you drink plenty of water, eat, sleep well, get rest. I know it's hard being a mom, but do the best you can. Try to take care of yourself, and don't stress for any reason. You can only control so much in your life. I find it's easier for me to say, I guess, because I've been practicing my mind for so long to have control over it. But life itself can be stressful, but you have to choose what you think about, and what you think about will affect your entire life, including your milk supply. So try to just relax, especially when you're pumping and feeding your baby. Relax the best you can, and then you'll be able to what do you call that again? I forget the word. I'm having a moment. It's late here. I'm tired. You'll be able to express milk. There's a word for it. Oh, it's gonna drive me crazy. But you'll be able to get the flow of your milk going. If any of you can think of the word and type it in the comments, I know I'll probably realize it once this video is done, but it's when your milk starts to come in, you're able to, oh my god. Whatever I'm trying to say is just relax, and you're able to, I'm not going to think of it right now, I'm going to kick myself in the butt later, but you're able to get your milk started to flow and come out at a good speed so that your baby can eat healthily, and you know, you get nurtured, and you're also able to pump a good amount. So pump as often as you can. And I want to say congratulations to all of you new moms out there, and I also want to give a big round of applause, seriously, for you moms who are choosing to breastfeed, and also for you moms who wanted to breastfeed but can't for whatever reason. All right, take care.